Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you very much for being with me tonight. My name is Sandra Kreitenberg and it's my pleasure to be sharing Jubilee with you. Now online with us tonight we have a lot of existing business associates and we also have some guests. For the guests that are joining us for the very first time, hold on to your seats because by the end of this presentation you're going to see something that could quite potentially change your life. Now, you've been invited to take a look at Jubilee as a business, and so we're going to start this presentation by talking about e-commerce or online businesses. Now, if you're anything like a lot of people that I know, you've probably been searching for something, not quite sure what that is. It may be you're looking to, or you may have already investigated opening a bricks and mortar franchise. We all know that that's a huge outlay, including obviously money, but also time and effort. Maybe you've already looked at an online business and haven't quite been able to work it out. Or maybe, like a lot of people, you've also done a lot of online courses and finished the end of it and thought, well, that was all very interesting, but how does it work? The reason that I'm saying all of this is that I did all of those things. And when I saw Jubilee, it for me was the answer. It was what was rolled all into one. Everything that I'd been looking for was presented in one neat little package. Now the very exciting thing is that the screen that you're seeing right at the moment is talking about the Australian statistics. Now this is current. And we all know that people's buying patterns are changing. People are looking to buy online. Bricks and mortar businesses are really suffering unless they have an online presence. And when you look at the bottom of this slide and they talk about the fact that over the next 4 years that online purchases will increase by 13.5%, reaching an estimated $1.4 trillion. My goodness, that figure just doesn't even make sense to me. There's just way too many zeros. But just think about that for a moment. What does it tell you? It tells you that this is a growing market. And that's very important because if you're looking to start any business, you need to be sure that the trend is there and that the market is growing. Well, we all know that online shopping definitely ticks that box. Now, how does Jubilee capitalize on this growing trend? And more importantly, how can you capitalize on this trend? Well, that's what we're going to show you. The company that you're looking at, which is Jubilee, is a publicly traded company. In fact, it's a $100 million plus company. Our world headquarters are in Florida. We have headquarters in Europe, in Germany. For Asia, in the Middle East, they're in Dubai. And more importantly, all of the programming that is done, and you're going to see some very sophisticated software and websites, that's all done in-house, which means Jubilee has total control. They're not reliant on outside sources for their ongoing day-to-day business, and that's important. Now, what I'm going to do is show you two sides to Jubilee's business. One is what the customer is going to see, and one is how you can benefit from building this as a business. And of course, we're going to start from the customer's perspective. It's important for you to remember, though, before we even start looking at the retail website, that as a business associate, you are also your own customer. So everything that I'm about to show you, even if you're a business associate, you have that benefit in addition to the business section of it as well. So let me take you right now to the retail website, which is jubilee.com. I'm going to show you around, and here we go. Let's open it up. Now, what I've done here is opened up the landing page for the retail website. When your customers arrive here for the very first time, they need to register. And of course, registration is completely free of charge. It only takes a moment for them to register, and they then have a very secure site to operate from, to make purchases, to listen to music, to go to options. And I'm going to show you a little bit of that at the moment. Now, what I really would like to encourage you to do is after this presentation is come back to this site if you've not already explored it and take a good look around. On the front page here, you can see that there's 4 different videos. Now, each one of these videos will give you a very clear overview of how each category works. I've already logged into my site, and you can tell that I've logged in because it welcomes me by my name, and it shows how many bid credits I currently have in my retail site. Now, I'm going to show you, first of all, I'm going to show you all of the categories, but first of all, I want to take you in and just give you a very brief look at our entertainment division. Now, the entertainment division, of course, is free. It consists of millions of songs from all around the world, all genres, all artists. It's streaming music right into your computer or wherever you have internet access. In addition to music, the entertainment division also has radio stations, over 40,000 radio stations. So wherever you are in the world, you can always rest assured that you can tap into your favorite radio station. And we also have flash games for the kids. Now, there's over 26,000 flash games there, so they could play a new game every day for years and never get bored. All of that is completely free. However, if the customer would like to create multiple playlists, and let's face it, we all want to have our music at our fingertips, there is a subscription side to this. Of course, that's optional. If the customer decides that they would like to create their own playlists, have entries into the monthly sweepstakes and a few other different benefits, then they can subscribe to the Play package, which is $9.95, and I will show you that later. But right now what I'm going to do is take you into our next category, which is our shopping mall. Now, the shopping mall, oh my goodness, it is awesome, absolutely awesome. The shopping mall is made up of a lot of different categories and hundreds of different merchants. Now, these are stores that you already know and trust. Stores like Westfields, Dick Smith's, Groupon, Dan Murphy's. My goodness, the list just goes on and on. Now, why would you go, or why would your customer come to Jubilee.com to go shopping in the stores that they already shop from? Why wouldn't they just go to Dan Murphy's if they wanted to buy their alcohol, or Dick Smith if they wanted to buy a computer or what have you? Well, they could, but the benefit for the customer of coming through the Jubilee shopping mall is immense. First of all of the stores that they want are here in one easy-to-find location. And they can do that simply by choosing the online store. It gives them a drop-down, show all stores or show categories. I've already gone into show all stores, as you can tell, because there's an alphabetic listing across the top of the page. Now, I'm here in, let me have a look, I have no idea where I am. It looks like I'm in the A's at the moment. So let's just scroll down this page. We can see here that there's airport parking. Now, we all have to park at the airport at some time in our lives, and we all have a whinge, don't we, about the price that we have to pay. It's literally a license to print money. I think any parking lot is a license to print money. And if you can actually save money instead of having to fork out a lot of money, well then I'm sure that you and your customers would like to do that. So here's how your customer can save, and I'm just going to give you one example here. You can go into any of these stores, it doesn't matter which one, and the same rules apply to each and every one of these stores. Now, once a customer has registered, they log into Jubilee.com, come to the shopping tab, which I've just done, and find the store. Here you can see at the top of the page that there's 3 different columns. This is for the Smart Shopper column, and this is for a VIP package holder. These 2 columns are optional and they are subscription based. So let's firstly talk about the free column. So when your customer registers for free, they want to go to the airport to park, and they reserve their parking before they actually get to the airport. They do that by clicking on the logo here, which takes them off the Jubilee site and into the airport parking site. So they're purchasing directly from airport parking. They're not purchasing from Jubilee. They're going to, they've come through the Jubilee Mall, a percentage because they are a Jubilee customer, and that percentage comes to them as cash back. In this instance, it is 2.5%. So your customers can save 2.5% as cash back, and that cash back comes to them monthly. So they don't have to wait a long time for it. They'll get it at the end of the month, and it is cash for them to use however they want. They can use it online if they so choose, or they can transfer it into their bank account. Now obviously 2.5% is not going to be a lot of money, but the customers can accumulate their funds, use it as a savings fund if you like, and spend it all at Christmas time or birthdays or whenever. Now you might be wondering about these extra percentages. I just told you that these are for a Smart Shopper and a VIP customer. They're both subscription based. Now your customers can only have one. They can't have both. They can't subscribe to both. It's either or. So let's say that your customer decided to subscribe to the Smart Shopper package. That would cost the customer $4.95 a month, but it gives the customer an additional 5% over and above the 2.5% that the airport parking has already given them. So that's a total of 7.5% off the cost of parking at the airport. And once again, that comes to the customer as cash back. The third column is a VIP package. That gives the customer over and above the 2%, or sorry, the 2.5%, an additional 7% cash back. So that's 9.5% off the price of parking at the airport parking centre. And that's all because they're a Jubilee customer and subscribing to these two packages, all the 2.5% for free. So how can your customer track that? Well, here on the right-hand side, this is my site, so what you're seeing is the purchases that I've made over the last few months. You can see that there's a total of just over $5,000 in purchases, and when I click on this arrow, the arrow will show me the amount of cash back that I've received from individual stores. Now, most of these, the monthly portion, I've already been paid, as you will see. You can see that these are some of the stores that I've purchased from, when I bought from them, the amount that I spent at the store, and the amount that I'm receiving as cash back on a monthly basis. Now, you also saw that I, or you may not have, but I am a VIP customer. So if I scroll down here a little bit, you'll see that I'm a VIP customer. It shows me that particular membership, and it then shows me how much I'm entitled to receive over and above the free portion, just because I'm a Jubilee customer, the 7% that I'm going to receive back at the end of the year. Now, remember, the customers must remain on their subscription for a full 12 months to pick up the cashback that comes from that subscription base. They'll always get their free portion on a monthly basis, but they must remain a VIP or a Smart Shopper for 12 consecutive months to pick up that extra 5 or 7% cashback. So it's a great way to save, and let's face it, $378 back is a pretty exciting amount. It's not a lot of money, but hey, it's more than it's cost me to actually subscribe to this package. So I'm in profit, and everything that I do from this point on will just continue to add to that total. And the exciting thing is, it's exactly the same for your customers. They all have that benefit, as do you as a business associate, and that's important to remember. You know, when you look at this shopping mall, the real question is, why wouldn't your customers come shopping here? Or for that matter, why wouldn't you come shopping here? You can shop at your favorite store, buy directly from them, but because you go through Jubilee First, you pick up cash back. And that's over and above the savings that you make simply because you're shopping online. Now you can see here that we have two shopping malls. One is an Australian shopping mall. That's made up specifically of Australian merchants. However, we also have access to a global shopping mall. The global shopping mall is stores that you're very familiar with from both the United States and the United Kingdom. And of course, you're entitled to, and your customers are entitled to, the cashback from the global stores in exactly the same manner. So come back after the presentation and take a look at these malls, because honestly, you can spend a week and not find all of the stores in here. It really is a fantastic way for you to shop and to save money. So now I'm going to take you into the next section, which is our unique bid auctions. Now the unique bid auctions, when we think of auctions, we normally think of auctions that start at what, 0 and get bid right up to the highest bidder wins? Well, in a unique bid auction, the winner of these auctions is the person that has the lowest single bid. So if more than 2 people place one price bid, well, they won't win that item. But if one person has a bid all by themselves, that's what they'll pay. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If I scroll down the page here, in the center of the page, you can see some different items. There's a fuel card, there's a Samsung notebook, an Acer notebook, lots of other different items, and next to each of them there's a clock. And that clock is counting down the hours and minutes till that particular auction finishes. Now, over here on the right-hand side, we can see some recently completed auctions, and we can see what they went for. Now, seriously, oh my goodness, look at these prices. It never ceases to amaze me, the ridiculous prices that people pick up these products for in the unique bid auction, particularly when you realize that these are all brand name products. They're all brand new. They're all current models. There's no refurbishments, no seconds, and look at the prices that the people are saving. 93% off, 94, 99. My goodness. This is a household gift card valued at $1,000. And it was sold for $16.60. Now that's just totally and utterly insane. That's a ridiculous return on your money. Even if you spent 20 credits looking at the price of this to buy it at that price, wow. So how exactly does it work? Well, here on the top right-hand side, you can see that I have a bid credit. Now, I'm a business associate, so when you join as a business associate, you buy your credits from Jubilee at wholesale. So we have a little advantage over our customers because, of course, our customers are going to buy the credits off us at retail. So we make a profit when we sell the credits to our customers. Although we don't physically have to do it, it's all done for us on the website. I'm going to go into one of these auctions. Let me go in here to this fuel card. We can see that it's valued at $900 and that it finishes in a little over 8 hours. Now, when you see this page, you'll see on the right-hand side that the computer will allow you to place bids either in one bid at a time, or you could place a spread if you like between $10 and $20 or $10 and $12. But remember, every 20-cent increment is worth 1 credit. So I'm going to place a single bid on this card. Now we know that it's valued at $900. So let's say that I place a bid for, and I'm going to be a cheapskate as usual, $23.60. Now the reason that I'm placing 60 cents is because we must bid in 20-cent increments. You can't bid 7 cents or 11. It always has to be the 20, 40, 60, 80 or $1. And I'm going to place that bid by clicking on bid here. But in order to do that, as I said, I need bid credits, or your customers need bid credits. So when I click on bid, you'll see my credits reduce by 1. That means I've spent 1 credit to look at the price of this particular auction. Now, the computer gives me the result of my bid, and it's not unexpected. $23.60 is not a unique bid, and it's not the lowest offer at this point in time. Remember, I said that the winner of this auction or any of the auctions will be the person that places the lowest single bid. When the auction finishes, the computer will look at the lowest possible bid, which is 20 cents. If more than one person has bid 20 cents, it will look at 40. If more than one bid 40, it will go to 60, then 80, $1, so on, looking for a price that only one person has placed. And that's how those people are saving those enormous amounts of money that you just saw at the very beginning of this auction. So right about now, you're probably wondering how the customer gets the credits or how you get your credits. Well, that's very simple. I'm logged in as a customer, so you're seeing the same site as any customer would see, or you would see yourself. See how it says here, purchase bid credits? I'm going to go right ahead and click on Purchase Bid Credits right now. The page that it brings up will allow your customer to purchase bid credits. It will allow your customer to subscribe to the different packages that we've been talking about. The Save and Play package, which is our entertainment package, which allows the customers to save multiple playlists. The Smart Shopper package, which allows your customer to save an additional 5% over and above the free portion in the shopping mall. There's also a VIP package. Now, I've mentioned that, but because I'm a VIP package holder myself, that doesn't show up in this section here, but I will show you that one in a moment. But we can see the Smart Shopper package is $4.95 a month, the Save and Play $9.95 a month. And if I scroll down the page a little further, we can find where the customers would purchase their bid credits. Now, the minimum number that a customer can buy at any given time is 10 credits. So that will cost them just $9, which means one bid credit is worth 90 cents. And $9 is not a lot of money, so a lot of customers are more than happy to buy those bid credits if they can go into those unique bid auctions and place bids on those items and pick them up for ridiculous prices. In fact, a lot of our customers buy a lot more than 10 credits at a time for that very reason. Now, when your customer buys these credits, they're buying it from within their own secure site, but the transaction is actually occurring in the business associate's back office, and so these credits are being sold to the customer all electronically by the business associate. And we'll talk about that. Now, I did promise I'd show you the VIP package. I'm just going to come down here to the bottom and click on this one. When we open this up, it will show you what's included in the VIP package. Now, truly, this package is worth its weight in gold, and that's saying nothing, really. Let me show you. First of all, the cost is $29.95 a month, but for the business associate, the real cost of this package is around $7 a month. Now, how is that possible? Let me talk about the business associate first, because you are here to look at this as a business. So let's just say $29.95 a month is what you would pay out each month, but you immediately receive $22.50 back. And that comes from the sale of 25 credits from your back office. Remember, you're a customer and a business associate. So when you subscribe as a customer, you're actually purchasing the credits from your own business account. So the $22.50 is immediately deposited into your business account. So the VIP package in reality costs you just $7. And in point of actual fact, it can really be free, particularly if you go into the shopping mall, start shopping in the shopping mall, pick up all the cash back on all of those savings, and remember it's 7% cash back on top of the free portion when you're a VIP customer. So that in itself is well worth that $7 on a monthly basis. But in addition to that, as a VIP customer, if you win one of the unique bid auctions, you get free shipping. You get a couple of entries into the monthly sweepstakes. But more importantly, you get everything that we've talked about, the save and play list, the cashback, and you get access to an exclusive customer referral program. Now, this is truly exciting. The customer referral program is only available to VIP customers, and it's only on the personally introduced customers. So let's say that you introduce a customer as a business associate yourself. They subscribe to the VIP package. Jubilee will pay you $5 for the first month that that customer subscribes and $2.50 every month thereafter. So let's think about that for a moment. If you were to introduce just one customer a month that subscribes to the VIP package, your VIP package is completely free. Because it's $7 a month and you're getting $5 for that first customer, and every month thereafter $2.50, you do the math. So it really is an awesome, awesome package. But in addition to all of that, the VIP package gives you access and your customers access to the express auctions. Now, the express auctions are, wow, what can I say about the express auctions? Let me show you. Here we have several different categories, 7 in fact, and each of these categories cover just about every expense that a household could have on any given day or any given year. You can see we have electronics and computers, we have personal expenses, lifestyles, household, fuel, travel, and then luxury items. You'll also see next to each one of these categories there is a gift card with an Australian dollar value. Now don't be mistaken here. This is not really a gift card, it is actually cash to the value of what it's showing here. Now let me explain how this works. Once again, bid credits are needed. So I'm just going to go into one of these cards. Let's just go to this one here. We can see that it's $125. And it looks like it's just been sold. Typical. But that's all right. That's funny, isn't it? It's just like Murphy's Law. You can see here that this particular card was just sold for $121.60. That's a saving of $3.40. Now you might think, well, $3.40 is not a lot, but if you're buying a lot of these cards, then the odds are that you'll pick up the bonus cards, because every category has a bonus gift card, and the savings can be anywhere between $25 and $70. I've seen some for $70 off, and that's just with, using one credit to look at the price. Now, what happens when a customer clicks on Show Price? Let me go back because I do want to show you how it works. And of course, that particular one was already sold as I spoke about it. So here's one here which is a personal expenses gift card, and you can see that it's valued at $180. Underneath it says Show Price and it says Buy Now. Now every customer, when they click on Show Price, uses one credit, and what that one credit does is it reduces the price of the card by 20 cents. So the more people that look at the price of the card, the faster the price of the card will drop. Now, I'm going to use one credit and look at the price here. We can see it's 274 big credits in my account. When I click on Show Price, we'll see it's down by 40 cents at the moment. So we would wait for a while before we come back and look at the price again. Now, of course, if that was down, 3 or 4%, I would just click on Buy Now. Now, what happens when you click on Buy Now? Well, you pay the price, but you receive the full value of the card. And how do you receive that money? Over here it says in the member area, you can see it's got Cash Organizer. Now I'm just going to take you into my Cash Organizer and show you exactly how it works. You can see that we've been buying some different cards on this particular Express Auctions. Each time we buy the card, the money is deposited straight into our Cash Organizer. So it's available for us to use for many different ways. I can use this cash to pay for buying more cards in the Express Auctions, or I can transfer this money into my e-wallet. Now, if I transfer it into my e-wallet, I can then transfer it into my bank account, which means I then have cash in the bank to go down to the stores, pay for my groceries, do whatever, and remember that's cash that I've bought at a discount. So it's a pretty good way to save money on whatever it is that you want to buy. However, Jubilee also have a MasterCard. Now, we received our card yesterday. What that means is that if I choose to, I can transfer this money straight onto my MasterCard. Now, it's a debit card, not a credit card, it's a debit card, so I can transfer the money straight onto my debit card, and then I can use it anywhere, online, in the bricks and mortar stores, anywhere I so choose. I can use this money to buy whatever it is that I want to buy. So it's effectively cash in my pocket. And it's a very exciting way to pay your bills, to pay for your travel, to pay for whatever it is that you're doing on a day-to-day basis in your life. And that's all exclusively available to VIP customers here on the Jubilee site. Now remember, I just said to you that if you're a VIP customer and a business associate, you're practically getting all of this for free. So it really is enormously valuable to you, and I really do encourage you to get in here and have a go, work out how it works, and then explain to your customers so that they understand as well. All right, now look, I've given you a very brief overview of how our retail site works. It's very brief. Look, there's so much more on here, but I'm really not going to take up any more time because you're here tonight to look at this as a business. And so I want to spend some time now focusing on how this is going to work for you as a business. And I'm going to do that by going back to the PowerPoint presentation. Now, to start your business online with Jubly, it's very simple. The first thing that needs to happen is that you must be sponsored by an existing business associate. You can't just join the company as a business associate. You must be invited by an existing business associate. Hence, you've been invited here tonight to take a look at this as a business. So if you decide that this is something that you want to participate in, then you need to go to the website of the person that invited you. First step is to register on their site as a business associate. You will then pay your annual license fee, which is $210. Not a lot of money when you can see the potential that we have here. Over and above that, you then need to buy some credits. Now, there's several different ways that you can buy credits. You can buy them in small amounts, or you can purchase a credit package. So let's have a look at the different credit packages and the benefits of those packages. You can buy in various quantities. Now, the minimum that you can purchase at any given time is 10 credits. The retail price is $9, which we've just seen, but as a business associate, you buy your credits from Jubly at a discount, and if you're buying them in just small amounts, you'll pick up a 5% discount. So you'd be paying $8.55 if that's how many credits you bought. However, if you're looking at this as a business and you want to buy more credits so that they're there for your customers to buy from your website, then Jubly offer you 3 different options. There's a bronze, a silver, and a gold package of credits. You can see here that the bronze is 800 credits, the silver is 2,000, and the gold is 5,000. The more credits that you buy at once, the bigger the discount Jubly give you. So the retail value is here in this column, but as a business associate, depending on which package you pay, you'll save 10, 15, or 25% off the retail price. So let's assume, for argument's sake, that you want to buy the gold package. You'll pay $3,375 and, of course, receive the full $4,500 back as your customers buy the credits from your website. And the exciting thing is that that's all done electronically for you. You don't have to worry about it. Jubly do it all for you. Now, once you've registered as a business associate, paid for your license, selected the way you want to purchase your credits, your business is immediately active. You're literally in business. You can start straight away bringing in customers and earning money. Now, here's what you're going to get. On the left-hand side of the screen, you can see that it's the retail website. Now, that's Jubly.com. The way the computer recognizes that it's is that when you register as a business associate, you're given an electronic identification number that's yours for the lifetime of your business. So it will always be Jubly.com/your ID number. You also immediately have access to your business website, which is JublyNetwork.com. Once again, /your ID number. Now, that doesn't change for either of these business websites. And here you've got your back office. So they're the 2 sites that you have access to as soon as you've paid your registration, as soon as you have purchased some credits. Then what happens is that you get started in your business. You start building your business. So what is your role? What do you have to do? Well, it's very simple. Firstly, you introduce customers to your retail website. When your customers get to that site, now there's many different ways you can introduce them to that website. You can show them, like I've just shown you how it works. You can send them your link so that your customers can go to the site themselves, watch the videos, have a look around. You could show it to them on Facebook. You could send a link on Facebook. You could show it to them on Skype, by email. My goodness, there's so many different ways. You could do it over coffee. Your customer can register right there on your site completely for free while they're doing that. And because you've sent your customer to your website with your link, that's embedded in the registration page, so your customers are automatically linked from that point on to your retail site. The more customers that you introduce, the bigger the business side, obviously, that you're going to have. But we have a second part to our business. And that's by introducing business associates. In the way that you've been invited here, you can introduce business associates that can do exactly the same as you're about to do. So when you introduce business associates, they go to your business website and register right there on that business website. Now, it's a very simple process. The form is right there. They select the country, they pay for their license, and then they select the credit package if they're going to start with a credit package and submit that, and they're in business, all up and running and done. Now, the thing is that from that point on, you don't have to worry about those websites because Jubli maintain them all for you. They process all transactions, they itemize everything, absolutely everything, so you can track every aspect of your business in your back office at any given point in time. And over here, your customer side is running all by itself. All you need to do is in your back office monitor how many credits you've got and watch your business grow. So it's not too difficult, and I'm sure that you can, see that you could probably do this. How do you earn from your business? Where does the money go? Well, let's have a look. We've already discussed the fact that Jubli process all of the transactions on your behalf. This could be your retail website. Every business associate has their own personal retail website that they send their customers to. Now, you earn when your customers log in and buy credits from your site. You earn when your customers shop in the shopping malls, whether it's the Australian mall or the global mall. You earn. You also earn when your customers subscribe to any of those packages, the Smart Shopper, the Play and Save, or the VIP package. You also earn when you build a team of business associates. When your business associates buy credits from Jubli, you earn. And when your organisational customers, now these are the customers of business associates in your team, when they buy in the shopping mall or when they subscribe to a package, you also earn. But you don't have to worry about it because it's all done for you. You don't have to worry about how it works. All you can do is log into your back office and check it all out because Jubli do the whole lot for you. All you really have to remember is introducing customers to your retail site and introducing business associates to your business site if you want to leverage it. So let's have a look at how much you're actually going to earn. It all revolves around your credit packages and or your customer points. Now here across the top you can see we've got the gold credit package, the silver, the bronze and no package. They're the ones that I've just finished showing you. Over here there's another column for VIP package holders, and I just thought I'd throw that one in there because it is a way that you will earn from your customers. So let's have a look here. This is for the business associate and here's your customers subscribing or buying. So if your customer decides to become a Smart Shopper, they'll pay $4.95 a month. If you have the gold package or 50 customer points, you'll earn 25% of that amount that they pay every single month. So that's $1.24 every single month for every single customer that's a Smart Shopper. For every single customer that subscribes to the Play and Save, you'll earn the same, $1.24 every single month from every single customer on that package. If you have customers subscribing to the VIP package, you'll earn $22.50 every single month because those customers are receiving 25 credits that is coming to them from your business account. So this is the full retail amount that you earn. But if you're a VIP customer yourself, you also receive, as I mentioned earlier, $5 in the first month and then $2.50 every month thereafter. So it's pretty exciting when you consider that you get the full retail amount for the credits plus the referral bonus when you're a VIP customer yourself. That's over and above all of the other benefits. When your customers buy just credits, not subscribing to anything, just buying credits in small allotments, and the example that I've used here is 10 credits, $9, you'll earn $2.25 if you have the gold, if you've purchased that gold credit package, or if you have 50 customer points. Now in the shopping mall, you earn 25% of the percentage that the merchant pays Jubli. Now that varies. Every merchant pays Jubli a different amount, but if you're a gold package holder or have the 50 customer points, then you will earn 25% of whatever that percentage is, and you can find that in your back office. So you can see here now that I've just shown you what happens if you've got the gold package. But if you have the silver, you earn 15%. So here are the figures. If you have the bronze, these are the figures. And if you have no credit pack, the call is yours. Which package, obviously, do you want to try and work to? You may want the gold package, but you simply can't afford it straight away. Well, that's fine, because you can work up those percentages, increase the percentages by increasing your customer points. And that happens on the fly. So if you started with the bronze package and worked your points by bringing in customers, picking up points from when they subscribe to the different packages, as soon as you hit 25, your percentage will increase. As soon as you hit 50, your percentage will go to 25%. So there's lots of different ways for you to start this as a business. But I just thought it was important for you to make a very sound business decision. And obviously the best package to have is that gold credit package, because it gives you the maximum return on every single area that your customers are going to shop in. Now, if you're going to build a business, then it is ideal that you start with a gold credit package or upgrade to the gold credit package in your first 30 days. That gives you what we call the gold advantage. Now, the gold advantage really only comes into its own if you're going to build a team of business associates. If you have no intentions of building a team of business associates, the gold package is fine, or to do it with your customer points, but the real advantage on the gold advantage happens when you build a team of business associates. So let's have a look here and see how your customer base grows, because Jubilee is all about customers. It's all about driving customers to your retail website. Jubilee takes care of them once you've done that. Now, so here you are, and you're going to introduce as many customers as you possibly can, but we all have to start somewhere. So in this example, I've just got 3 customers sitting here. Now, you've just seen that you'll earn between 5 and 25% on every single transaction, and of course that's based on the credit package that you purchase or your customer points. But here's the exciting thing. This company's been going for a while, so we know that customers get excited when they start saving money on our site, and they tell their friends. They may be VIP customers, and so they want to tell their friends about the VIP package so that they can pick up the customer referral bonuses themselves. So what happens is that your customers start telling their friends about this site, and they can do that from right within the website itself. There's a tell a friend link, refer a friend, that has the customer's ID number embedded in it, and of course the customer's ID number is linked to your ID number. So no matter what your customers do, the computer always tracks it back to your business. So as your customers start to tell their friends and they start referring customers, all of their referred customers, no matter where they are in the world, all are linked back to you. So they all become your personal customers, and you earn between that 5 and 25% on every single transaction that all of these customers from wherever they are in the world spend on the website, your retail website. Now, guess what? The computer's really smart. We have this business, as I said, all around the world. So if you had a customer that lived in Europe, when your customer went to Jubilee.com and logged in, the computer recognizes where they live, and so they automatically bring up the European website for that customer. And we have lots of different languages, so it will automatically be in the language of the customer that's looking at the site. So you don't even have to worry about that. It's a very sophisticated piece of software, but once again, it all tracks back to you. It really is a very exciting way for you to build a business, and the reality is that your customers are going to help you build your customer base for you. So the better you educate your first lot of customers, the people that you personally introduce, the quicker and the faster they'll start telling their friends about the massive savings that can be found on the Jubilee retail website. Now, we've talked about introducing business associates. Here's where this gets really, really exciting. Imagine marketing this to hundreds of thousands of people, building a BA base. The more BAs that you introduce, of course, they all are registered through your business website. Now, each business associate does an identical thing. We all do the same thing. We're all out there building our own business. So each one of the business associates that you introduce, they're all linked to you via your business website. They all immediately have access to their own retail websites, and of course they're all going to go out there and introduce their own customers. So the business associates are paid, but it's all tracked back to the originating business associate. That's you. So you will earn a percentage, and the percentage that you earn is between 5 and 27.5%. Now this is based on your rank as a business associate. Your rank as a business associate is determined by how many business associates you have in your team. We're not going to go into that tonight, but that is a subject of another training. But just remember, if you want to leverage yourself, you want to create a global organization with hundreds of thousands of customers, then definitely bring in business associates so you can all benefit together. Now, every one of these customers are called your organizational customers, and as I said, you'll earn in the same way as you do for your personal customers. So let's think about this for a minute. We've seen so much here, but I want to come right back to you. I want to show you 5 benefits of being your own best customer, because let's face it, why have a shop and not use it? I mean, if you owned a Subway, would you go down to the Subway down the road and buy your sandwiches? Of course not. You'd make them yourself. If you owned a Woolworths store, would you go to Coles to do your shopping? Of course not. You'd buy for your own store. As a business associate, you have your own store and you have a global website. So why wouldn't you shop in your own site? And here's why. Firstly, you subscribe as your own VIP customer, so you're going to earn benefits from that. You buy discounted cards in the express auctions, so you're buying cash at a discount. You then go into the shopping mall. You shop at your favourite stores, either in the Australian mall or in the global mall, and you get cash back. You earn a cash back as a customer on your purchases. So this particular cashback is the free part. This cashback here is if you're subscribing. And then, over and above all of that, because you are also a business associate, you earn those commissions on your own purchases, but as a BA. So you get 2 bites of the cherry, one as a customer and one as a BA. My goodness. Everything that you buy from this point on, if you're a business associate, you should be doing it through them all. And you might say, well, I can't buy groceries through them all, but hang on, yes, you can. What you can do is that you can actually go into a store here in the shopping mall, and I'm going to give you an example right now. Here it is. If you log into your retail website, go into the Australian mall, and then go to the store called cardlimbo.com. In that particular store, you can buy discounted Woolworths, Coles, Myer, David Jones, Supercheap, JB Hi-Fi, lots and lots and lots of different stores, and they're discounted cards to start with. Now, I know that they're usually 2% off the Woolworths and Coles card. So if you were to purchase, for example, a $100 card from limbo.com, you would buy that $100 card from them for $98. But over and above that, because you're a Doobly customer, you immediately pick up 2.5% cash back as a free customer. But if you're a VIP customer, you'd pick up another 7%. So you could receive up to 9.5% cash back just as a customer. Plus, on top of that, there's another piece that you get back as a business associate on that purchase. So the reality is you could be buying the cards from the shopping mall, going down to your local supermarket, or going online to that supermarket store, using those cards to pay for your groceries and picking up nearly 10% off your groceries every single week. And that's on top of the sale prices that the stores have. So it doesn't matter where you want to shop. It doesn't matter who you want to shop from. Because you're a Doobly customer, you have access to the most phenomenal savings across the board. So you definitely need to be your very own best customer. And that way you can teach your customers how to take advantage of it like you have. I just put a snapshot up on here so that you can see that I'm not telling porkies. This is just a snapshot that I took of the Card Limbo store. Now here, look at this. Here's a $1,000 card that you could spend in Myers, and they're offering 10% off the face value, so you could buy it for $900. Now it's got a full year, or in fact it's got longer than a year before you have to use it all. But that's just the price of the card when you buy it. On top of that, there's another 2.5% or potentially up to 9.5% on top of that. So you could buy $1,000 for $800. That's nearly a 20% saving. And let's face it, who wouldn't buy that? Barbecues galore, Sports Girl, Super Cheap, and look, here's a 16% off a Super Cheap card. My goodness. And then the discount, it just goes on and on and on. Once you get your head around it, it truly is an amazing way, and you will never, ever pay full price anywhere ever again, no matter what it is that you want to purchase. Even if you're paying for your annual holiday, you can still do it through the store and save money. Now, in your back office, you also are going to have access to very professional business building tools. You have your live commission reporting. And remember, Jubilee do all of this for you, so you don't have to worry about it. All you have to do is go in and look at it and rub your hands together as your business builds. You've got your personal customer reports. You have an organizational report. There's professional marketing, banners, logos, videos, PowerPoint presentations for use, incredible incentives. There's a global meeting calendar, the Jubilee e-zine, TV. There's a 24/7 education system. My goodness, I could spend a week just on the back office. And you, in fact, should be spending a week in your back office just looking at all of the different headings, because it will take you that long to find everything that's in there. So you really have a complete business. Absolutely everything that you need to get started to start building your future. Whatever it is that you want, you can do it here through Jubilee. So I'd like to invite you to join the Jubilee family. And the way that you're going to do that is to go back to the person that invited you to this presentation. Now, it doesn't matter if you contact them late at night. Trust me, if you're excited, they're going to be excited when you call them. And what I want you to do is I want you to tell them if you're an A, a B, or a C. If you're an A, you're basically saying, absolutely, I love what I've seen. I'm ready to get started. How do I get going? Or you could be a B. Before I get started, I've just got a few questions. And seriously, I would say that everyone will probably be a B. Let's face it, we all have questions, and you're entitled to get those questions answered. But do make a decision. Or you may be a C and you want to be a customer. Just simply ask them to give them give you their link so that you can register as a free customer and start taking advantage of all of those savings that I've just shown you. So there you have it. Jubilee is a global shopping community. It's helping the world make and save money. And in today's economy, where else could you do what I've just shown you? There is nowhere else. Not under one website, not with the ability for you to take advantage of it, not only as a customer, but as a business. Truly awesome. I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask questions. If you're leaving me right now, I'd just like to say thank you very much. Please do get back to the person that invited you and let them know whether you're an A, B, or C.